Alright, don't ask me why Cops is on the TV. I don't know. I just don't feel like going over there changing it. So today we're going to be making tacos. It's Taco Monday or Sunday, whatever it is, whatever. Tacos, but we're using scoops, okay? Now arrange them on the pan, obviously. You can choose whether or not you're going to use any kind of cannabis infused, whatever. That's up to you. I'm not going to. I ain't got it like that. So you're ready to stuff on the tray, like so. You get your homemade chili out, whatever you want to use. On the floor into the roach mess. This is my Southwestern blend. You know, this gap here exists. Do you know why this gap here between my stove and this board, that the sink doesn't even fit the whole sink? The people that work for this company are just a mess, okay? The manager's been out here. He acted, the other day he came up to my door. He got mad because I called him about the money they stole from me. My brother paid my rent. They didn't tell me that, okay? Paid the rent. They don't say anything about it. They take the money. I don't get a receipt. I go pay the rent. They take my money. I get a receipt, says no balance, no nothing like that. So then my brother says, I paid your rent. So I call him to ask him about it. He got very defensive, angry, and threatening. And before I could explain anything, he told me, am I going to shut up or he's going to come see me face to face? Well, I told him, come see me face to face. Anyway, I know Pennsylvania law. You can't just open someone's door. But the man, I wasn't here because I went down to the office. Because I'm one of the witnesses. If he hit, I'm cool with you hitting me. You can hit me. Cool with that. It's called Seeger and Weiss. So anyway, I come home. He had opened up my door and put the receipt on the floor in my door there. Now I have a credit. Talking about the computer was down. He got mad because he got caught trying to steal my money. So I'm warning the folks of Reading, PA, that you have to watch out for these folks. Okay? Now, there was a man in here. Someone broke in. I've been telling him for 2 months. Someone's chiseling away at my door. Please do something. And finally somebody got in. And they stole the money that I had saved up. Basically, I sold all the stuff that I had that I really didn't feel comfortable about selling, but I had no choice at that point. So I sold everything I had and got up 2 months' rent, saved it. They took it. They took it. It's cool. But the point is that I told these people that someone's trying to break into my house. And they did nothing. So the guy comes in to fix the door when I'm not here. They didn't tell me he was coming or nothing. And I come home. And my daughter and I were selling face masks, well, because we had to, because we got no job, I got no money. So that's how we saved up a bunch of money so I could pay my rent. And she got paid. And long story, let's go just right to the ending of this whole conversation. Came home, and I had a box of masks sitting on my table. Okay, now, you can ask my daughter. I don't open the masks by the top. I'll use the bottom because I might want to reuse the boxes. People feel more comfortable about buying a mask out of a box than they do just willy-nilly. Don't buy a mask from somebody that's handing it to you either. And don't buy a mask from a box that's sitting there where people have had their hands in. Alright? Because you might as well just be giving yourself the coronavirus or whatever else. It's just disgusting. You don't want somebody's garbage in your face, right? Did you know that you can catch other people's acne also? So anyway, there was a box on my table. It was torn open. So the man obviously was going through my stuff. So, you guys, you can't live here. There's crack bags in the hallway. You have no idea how hard it is to step over that every day. Okay, so we got our tacos ready to go. You ain't got to worry about this way. You ain't got to worry about them breaking. And look, he's all over my bullets and everything. So we're going to put them in the oven. I can't tell you what the settings on because the oven, well, there's no temperature gauge and the knob is broke. So, delicious. Now it's up to you what you want to do with it. I find it easiest just to put the lettuce on the side like a taco salad or such, and the tomatoes. I have salsa. I'm a fan of very mild salsa. I don't like any heat whatsoever in my salsa. But we're going to put the lettuce here. Oh, man. There's another shirt in the trash. Why didn't you tell me that I got something on my shirt? Anyway, let's talk about all you people out there shaming people without a job and people that are getting food stamps and things like that. You know, I've been using a lot of foul language lately because the anger is it's building up, and I'm really just tired of seeing you holier than thou some bitches on any channel, particularly Facebook, talking about people who are getting unemployment. I haven't received an unemployment payment since April 5th. Since April 5th. $600, I heard it's supposed to be $600 a week. That's also not true. I haven't seen that. Double food stamps. Where did you get that one from? I didn't get double food stamps. So, please, if you can't stand the fact that we're trying to survive, we'll never get rich. We're not going to get any extra nothing from this. But damn, if I'm going to stand here one more minute and hear people talk about people. Now, there are people that don't need it. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people walking around the streets collecting that don't need it. But, man, I have a tomato wedgie just for this and I can't find it. So, I'm not a big guy. I'm not a tough guy. You know, I'm not, but I'm not going to listen to people, badmouth people, who, you know what, next month's rent is paid, thank you, Dave, because of Dave. But if it wasn't for Dave, there would be no next month's rent. Okay? My unemployment payments are $75 a week, if I even get it. So, the next time that you sit down and write some kind of a mess on Messenger or Facebook, shut your face, man. Think about what you're saying. I know what I'm saying. I'm cussing you out. God will forgive me, because His Word says He will. But don't talk about people who are dirt poor. Because I'm going to bet you got a cable bill, don't you? And I'm going to bet you're paying a lot for that cable bill. How much is your cell phone bill every month? How much do you spend on cigarettes and alcohol every month? Don't judge us. Alright? Don't, if you're talking about us, especially particularly people with mental illness and things like that, look, man, sometimes it's just uncontrollable. Alright? When someone forces their penis into your mouth for about 2 years, then you tell me how you come And then you tell your mother no less. I can't remember if I told my grandmother, but I'm almost sure that I did. But until you go through that, until you see this tooth, I think I pushed it out in my sleep because it always feels like there's a hair between it because of that, okay? Feel free to make fun of me. You can do whatever you want. But when I'm thinking, I was in Children's Hospital, and I escaped Children's Hospital. There was a girl in my group. She wanted to kill herself. So I thought I was doing her a favor, so I escaped. And I went up the street to my friend's house and stole a gun. And on the way back to Children's Hospital, it was a pretty far walk for a little kid. I was, 7.5, 8 years old, I don't know. So when I got to the Philadelphia Zoo, I got down on my knees, put the gun to my head, and pulled the trigger and shot myself. So when you can sit here and tell me that your life has been that bad, and then still talk about mentally ill people, I'll listen to what you have to say. Other than that, shut your face. Shut your face. Right now, I think I'm dealing with the worst of it all. I can't. My daughter's not talking to me again. My son don't want to talk to me. I'm doing the best I can, son. Don't you understand that? It's not good enough, though. It's not good enough to the people who, say they love you and they understand. They don't. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Taco Bell. These nuts. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this delicious lunch. Until you are handed this box of pills that they expect you to take every month. Okay? They expect you to take this every month. Oh, that's just my... But I'm on the heavy duty stuff. You understand me? Heavy duty. Because that's their answer to everything, is to give you drugs. Can't afford the medical marijuana. I can't accept donations due to the fact that I think that my license carries a non-profit status for my ordination. But anyway, all of you who are condemning mentally ill people, rub it on your chest. Okay, now look, there are some bad, crap, crazy people that I don't like that asshole that killed all those people in the theaters. I'm not talking about them. That's a choice you make. That's a decision to pick up a gun and walk into a place. I'm not talking about people who are so mentally ill that when they become manic, that they don't know how to shut up. They can't stop it. They can't stop. Don't you understand? They have no control over that. I'm not talking about the psycho killers and the child molesters and all that other crap. I'm talking about people who are genuinely mentally ill due to conditions outside of their control. The guy that went in the theaters and you assholes stabbing people on the bridge, man, just go to hell, okay? I'm not going to condemn you to hell because that's not my job, but go to hell. And anyone that woke up this morning decided to strap a bomb to yourself, Guantanamo Bay is full of them. You just decide to strap a bomb on yourself and walk into a school to blow up a bunch of kids? Fuck you. Excuse my language, please. But fuck you. Okay? And yes, by the way, the Quran does say that. It does say that. So, it contradicts the thing about killing yourself, but they got their explanations about that also. Anyway, that's how we make tacos. That's how crazy people make tacos. Have a good day.